Let's play Golem.
Golem.
Perfect. No, it's flawless, y'all. 10 out of 10.
God. Professional ttrpg stream.
When you kill me,
Yes.
my next character's name is Joe Byron.
Do you guys not remember the fucking Bing Bong
No.
video?
I mean,
Currently playing a character named Byron in a home game, so I was extra like.
First name Joe.
Is like Bing Bong video?
Do you not? This is look. It's from a couple years ago, but it was memed excessively, exceedingly.
We'll post it in the Discord, baby. And in the meantime, let's focus on the ttrpg in which we are playing currently. All right. So last we left off, we started, I believe, last session. Upon the did we start with the slime? Who am I and where were we?
we were in the middle of the slime.
Yep.
We were in the middle of the slime. That's what I thought. Okay. We started off in the midst of this bunker that you all have been exploring and uncovering all sorts of secrets with the lovely little Pinto, who opens the door to the closet in the office that you now gained access to, only to be met with a slime, and a fight ensues. The slime being one that eats organic material, and so as you all kind of continued your fight through the office, who knows what types of things have been dissolved in its path, but there's more important things at hand, because our lovely Lenora went down in the midst of this fight very early on, and everybody sprung into action. Though she was unconscious, Gerran rescuing her from the slime, pulling her out, and handing her, basically getting her through the door, where everybody else kind of comes in. And then I believe with the efforts of Pinto and Fitz Fitz.
Someone was rolling nat 20s on
that's
healing.
True.
And the slime like
remember.
mitosis? It like split in two?
Yes, it's split into two smaller slimes. And,
The jerk.
the jerk. And through this danger and stress, some team building occurred as the slimes were indeed defeated, but not only were they defeated, but Lenora was saved and woke up to everybody's happy faces, or maybe not happy, exhausted faces. With some, perhaps personal struggles and concerns, changing, adapting, I'm not sure the right word, but, new things were discovered in this time of togetherness for everybody. And not only was that new, so was hot running water showers, as you all eventually decided to settle in for the night and heal up and actually, take a breath for once. And so I believe at that point you all have taken showers, those that want to take showers, and settled in to the beds that are available in the bunker. And I do have a question. There's 4 of you. There are 3 beds, as this is where we are going to go ahead and pick back up. There are 3 beds out in the open, as well as 2 private beds, so to speak, in these rooms. One seems to have been a little bit more messy than the other, but that being said, who's sleeping where? This is a silly question, but I just want to use it to get us all back in to this bunker, into this room, settling in. So where is everybody settling down?
Well, let me go look at the beds.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 out in the sort of more open area, and then 2 private suites, if you will.
Well, I mean, the 3 of us are nothing if not gentlemen. I'm sure Lenora's gonna take one of the private quarters if she wants it.
Sure.
Is that what it means to be a gentleman?
It's one of many things. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I wouldn't say no to a room to myself, perhaps, if there is one available as well.
And there is.
I'm very used to sleeping amongst many people, so go for it.
All right. So seems like Lenora will be in one room, Fitz in another, And then Pinto and Gerran are out in the common room area.
Yeah, it's going to take me a long time to go to sleep. This is a lot to take in, but I promise I won't keep you up.
Why is it going to keep you or take you a long time?
I mean, look at where we are. I know we just learned about whole new worlds, but this feels like a world in and of itself that we just jumped into.
I mean, I can appreciate your excitement, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, part of me, it's taking a lot of effort not to just jump out of this bed and, I don't know, try to burrow into a wall or the vents. Oh, maybe we should look through the vents. Like, there's so much to go through. How is anyone tired right now?
Do you recall the multiple near-death experiences that we've experienced today?
Yeah, that'll do it.
You'll hear Fitz shout from the curtain room. Is it a curtain? Is it a door? What's the situation?
It's a door.
Okay. You'll just hear him sort of loudly speak over the door. It's just mostly physical exhaustion. But something to consider as he traipses and peeks his head out. This is the first place we've really stopped. This is the first place we've really stopped. So
well, there was an attempt, at least.
Who's to say the next place we stop won't be as incredible?
I can't imagine. I feel like I could spend my whole life down here just trying to figure out what it is.
I just want to add that Lenora does take the private room, but she is sleeping with the door a little bit open because just in case something else tries to attack or whatever, she doesn't necessarily want to be locked into the room by
and
herself.
These are sort of sliding in and out doors, so they're not like the regular open doors, so you can wedge something in there so it doesn't fully close all the way for you if you need to. Awesome.
Yeah, I guess for me the word incredible doesn't quite land. I mean, certainly strange, potentially exciting, but
Gerran,
slightly frustrating.
One thing that you're kind of struck with is you're seeing the very clear, excitement and eagerness on Pinto's face. I will say everybody after the fight and everything was made aware. I think Mac or Fitz got the nat 20 at the time of noticing that there was a vent at the top of the storage room that was bent open. So that hasn't been explored yet. And aside from that one potential vent unexplored area, you've explored a lot of this bunker. And the one thing that you have yet to find is a way out. So as much as this is new, that feeling of being just a little bit trapped, just a little bit unable to, if you need a breath of fresh air right now, it's not available to you, settles in uncomfortably.
Yeah, there's even though it's the lack of that information, right? It's not that we're in a pressure cooker situation, right? That would at least be understandable. It's the unknown of not being able to breathe in non-recycled, allegedly, not that he would know, recycled air or whatever is allowing us to even breathe down here is a problem for him for sure. But he's not trying to poo-poo on.
No, and this is a fatal flaw, one might say, of Pinto, is that his excitement over the unknown and his boundless enthusiastic curiosity is gonna kill him. Ironic, because it's supposed to kill the cat.
But there's an air of that for him, for Gerran too, so he gets it.
And as you all settle in to sleep, there is a couple things that kind of come into play. One, as a reminder, every 10 minutes, the power in here shuts off and then comes back on. And that takes some getting used to. But you've been in this for so long that it has sort of taken on a way to keep time, because it's every 10 minutes, and so it's not going to keep you from sleeping, but it is something that takes some adjusting, and then, you know, maybe eventually, Pinto, you're kind of perusing through. I remember as this evening goes, you're copying quickly the spell into or you've already copied the spell that you found into your
yes,
book.
Delete.
Yeah, and so maybe you kind of we rolled a little bit about it last time, but you kind of quiet down by just doing a lot of, like, sating your curiosity by just taking that time to read through it and investigate every corner of that, because you can do that in the comfort of your bed with the little nightlight that's next to you. Lenora, in your room, you're able to settle in as you need to, and eventually each of you finds your rest for the night. Fitz, as you fall asleep in this unfamiliar space, the constant humming of electricity lulls you slowly to sleep. Every 10 minutes, the humming powers down like a slow pendulum that tracks the time as your mind drifts through the day. Running through the jungle from a monstrous creature that you've never seen before, narrowly avoiding roots, trunks, shrubbery. The power shuts off, and your mind drifts to the safety you found in the darkness of the cavern. Everyone sits, catching their breath, except for Lenora. The hum of the power returns to your surroundings, and you watch her light a torch as she heads off alone. You know she needs the space, so you stay. And you watch the patterns of light flickering with her movement on the cavern wall slowly recede. Light, flame. The pattern is beautiful in its own way. The hum of power fades again. 10 minutes have passed so quickly in this half-asleep state. In the quiet, you think about the wonder of the kitchen in this bunker. The ease of hot and cold water at your fingertips, the grounding of cleaning hundreds of years of dirt and grime off the dishes. How your breath settles into a rhythm. The hum returns, and you're pulled from the calm. Your breath increases as you turn to see the body of Lenora, acid still sizzling on her skin as she lays unconscious on the kitchen floor. Your team, your crew, running forward to try and protect her from the slimes. You two grab your trusty shield, and you step in front of her. Protect. The world quiets again, and the hum of electricity fades, and you kneel before her body. You breathe in and reach out to her. Heal. Your mechanical arm begins to glow. You exhale. The time slows. And it is here, between breaths, that you see the warmth of firelight flicker and dance against your shield. A flower blooms. The hum returns as you breathe in, and the lights flicker on again, and you wake, as well as everybody around, as you have had your 8 hours of rest, and you all wake up.
Yo, that was so fucking good, and the music made it so much better.
Very cool.
Fitz, as you wake up, you grab your things. I want to ask you, how are you feeling? Does this unsettle you, or does this bring you peace?
I think Fitz feels like very it was a restless night of sleep. I think that, like, most of the time when Fitz dreams, it's really intense. as evidenced by this dream itself. But I think especially in this space, maybe it was something with the electric currents affecting the like circuitry in his arm and all the stuff that's running up his neck and eyes, but like he felt deeply attuned to the space in a way that he doesn't understand.
As you sit up and try to just orient yourself, you've been traveling for a few days now, so the habit of waking up and grabbing your things is habitual now, for sure. But as you grab your shield, along with the rest of your things, your mind kind of flicks back to when you grabbed the shield in your dream, and then the light, the firelight, the flower that blooms, and your eyes settle on the inside of your shield / frying pan. And you see, etched in the center, the symbol that you've seen once before of the flaming flower, for lack of a better term. And now, that wasn't there before, but it is there now.
Fitz will like put his face right up to it and really inspect it and just go, how bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. He'll smell it.
Yeah, I mean, it smells like probably very faint remnants of whatever you last cooked in it. Maybe.
Does it feel like it's newly engraved, or does it feel like it's been in it for a while?
It feels newly engraved.
Okay.
It wasn't there before, and it's there now.
Right.
Yeah. With that, morning comes to all of you, eventually.
Gerran's kind of sort of doing like kind of shoulder rolls, stiff, from the not being used to this type of bed, and he'll take a bedroll any day. I would say good morning, but he's like,
you're not sure what time it is.
Metal clamshell.
I'll say it for us. Good morning.
Well, I did just say, but okay, yeah, sure. I can't even imagine people looking up after waking up at the same thing every day.
I mean, that's pretty much what I do, except for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's kind of all of us.
Except for me.
Yes, you're very special.
Did we leave Cheeto charging somewhere?
No, that wasn't sarcasm. I'm really sorry. Yes, you are very special. You are from the outside. We are not.
That was very Arnold Schwarzenegger. We are not.
we are not. Let's get to the chopper.
And Bella, yes, you have left Cheeto plugged in to the computer that is in the sleeping room.
First thing Lenora does is head over to Cheeto. She's so excited.
Yeah.
Is it okay for Pinto to have gotten up a little bit earlier than everyone else and is just sitting in front of the electrified water of the danger room?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you can all find.
This is.
Yeah.
No, this is the nut that he has committed to cracking for the day.
Yep. So you all get yourselves together, get your things together, and whether you eat rations or canned peaches or however, you get yourself ready for the day, and you find Pinto basically sitting at the top of the stairs in the electrified training room, staring at the electrified water, I suppose.
Thinking out loud to TA. for sure. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like there's a safe place to sit before. Oh, hey, hi, good morning, everyone.
Gerran will pop in. So, got any ideas other than maybe climbing up on wires that may not hold?
So, in that time, I would have sent TA at least climbing along the walls, at least in like the first, like right here, like immediately to my left, to see if it's conducting electricity, if it's stable, if it's.
Waffles.
Yeah, I mean the walls are not conducting electricity. There may be some like wires here or there, but TA can clearly escape them.
And can your familiar climb on walls as part of one of its
so
abilities?
he has 3 feet. One is climber.
He actually has 8 feet because he's a spider.
I thought it. I didn't say it, but I thought
Not well, actually, somebody's familiar. Incredible.
So he's got
I
climber.
I think if you take spider, you have to take climber.
That was
Perfect.
one of the feats I had to take, and then I took independent and manual dexterity as well.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you. That is good for me to know. Excellent. So so he's able to kind of scramble along the walls. I will say, so you said to your left, is that kind of basically behind the training dummies on that
Yes.
end? Okay. So he is able to climb along the walls. They are not conducting, like, there are areas where there's wires and things like that, like Waffles said, but there is a sort of section where there is, it's not just wires, it's like piping and all sorts of stuff, where that sort of becomes a bit of a problem to pass. Looks like it might be a little bit dangerous.
Oh, all right. Can I have him go the other way around? You're talking about.
Yep.
The red and blue areas. That's like.
Yep. There's like, it's like
tough
cables and piping and all sorts of stuff. And I will say TA can notice as he kind of gets closer to that side, though, that there also seems to be one of the areas where like a pipe has burst and it is pouring water into this room as well. But if you sent him the other way,
Or can I jump in real quick, just in case it might matter? So for rules' sake, for those not familiar with Pathfinder and more familiar with D&D, if you dismiss, lose, or kill your familiar, or it dies, obviously you don't have to kill it, but if that happens, it takes 1 week of downtime, a ritual, and 200 gold to bring it back.
Good.
Very
to
good to
know.
Yeah, and it's not a free thing.
yeah, unlike witches familiars are the only exceptions to that, I believe. All right, so you then sent TA the other way, is that correct?
Yes, very carefully, apparently.
Very carefully, and he's able to climb around that wall as well, down to a little bit further, the opposite corner, and encounters another bundle of wires and cables.
Okay, so Gerran, from what TA and I have ascertained, it seems like there's an open source of water and an open source of electricity. And I'd imagine both of those would need to be resolved in order for us to touch down in the water.
Well, at least the electricity. Unless you can't swim.
Oh, don't swim in that water. It is electrified water.
No, I mean if we turn the electricity off first.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could swim.
Okay.
If we put glass in the water and put something in the glass, would the something be electrocuted?
Ooh.
Because I found something called Tupperware. And it has a lid, so it's basically like a land ship.
Send
Well,
TA
well,
on a little Tupperware ship.
What are
He is pretty
the
light.
Lenora is joining. She grabs Cheeto and she comes to look at it. What are the suits made out of?
So you see, the training dummies is what you're referring to?
The like space suits.
The closet,
found in the
ones in the closets.
Oh, yes. A material
Looking for
that
some
you're
rubber
not...
waders in there.
Yeah, it's not. It's like definitely a synthetic material, some sort of mixed medium. Like you're not fully sure what they're made of, but they are stretchy.
So not rubber boots or like wading.
But is that even shit we would know?
Certainly not. Well,
They've
I might know
got
about
electricity.
Conductivity.
They've got electricity.
You got electricity. I don't.
Right.
Rubber is. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Waffles. What do you think? Is that something that's like commonly known of like rubber not being conductive and whatnot?
And may I remind you,
commonly
I was a very, very curious youth that got into a lot of physical harm.
Yeah, give me a crafting check then.
Yes,
I'm gonna say
finally.
commonly known, no, but it is not a futuristic kind of thing.
You don't know I'm proficient in arts and crafting.
That would be a 15 from me if my knowledge of my own, body telemetry is anything.
Yeah.
I have a +8 to crafting, and I got a 17, so that's a 25.
Nice.
Okay. You do know there are materials that do not conduct electricity, like you've learned this. Naming them rubber is probably not like
right
apt in your brain. Knowing that there are those materials, you have yet to see them here.
Understood.
So like you don't see like the thick squishy boots or something that you would normally see. Your best guess, and it would be very dangerous, but glass also does not conduct electricity, and you would know that with your 25 crafting check.
The dummies and like the training targets, those are all made out of metal and stuff.
Yeah, some of them are definitely like
are non-conductive. It's all conductive.
It all looks conductive, yeah. Yep. And you perhaps discuss the possibility of like crafting some sort of like boat-like thing that you could send TA across with, but there is the couple conundrums of like how do you get him to move where you need him to move, and like a paddle that won't touch the wall. Like it's just it becomes this problem that you do spend. I'll let you like spend the bit of time in the morning to try to like figure out any solutions that you're kind of considering right now. You're not sure how steady or sturdy it's going to be. There's risk involved with anything like that. And then as you kind of look past the risk, you are looking at what's across the room, and you're not sure. It looks like there's a lot of technology on the other end, and there is the aspect of how you're going to like, what are you going to do if you get up across the room? Like, what is the goal for that? And so I would say maybe you guys spend an hour this morning conducting some tests and going through this, and are not fully able to figure out how to cross this room.
Yeah, I'll jump in here.
Sorry,
I'll jump in here real quick. I'll jump in here. I would say the main thing that y'all like figure out with all that is that the power source isn't in this room either.
Yeah, that was my next question.
The other thing I was going to ask is when the power goes out every 10 minutes, how long is it for?
It goes off, I think we said like about a minute before it pops back on. However, the sparks and such that are coming from the piping in this room, that doesn't seem to shut off when the power comes off.
That's my next question too. Nice. So someone says something about some sort of opening in, I don't know if it was like a ceiling or like a duct.
Oh, something. Yeah, where the slime came out.
Maybe we try that first. Maybe there's a source there.
Yeah, that sounds great. Do you think maybe I can't remember. Did we ask Cheeto everything we could about like what it could tell us about this structure, about the bunker?
Yeah, so it doesn't know where it is. I think a lot of times
Yeah,
the
we
line
asked
of
that.
questioning goes to, if you update me, then I can I can try to triangulate more information from the computers, but without a connection to the not internet, I forget what I call
Infosphere.
I am not able to determine where we are. However, actually, yeah, that's probably it.
Can you point out to me where this? Actually, I know where the opening is. It's where the sun came out.
You can head over to the office. Who has the key card? You will need the key card to get back in there.
I believe Fitzy does, if I recall correctly.
I will pass it right to you as you pass through the doors.
All right.
So you're going you go into the office, you go into the storage room in the back, and you start inspecting that area. You want to make me a perception check?
Sure.
Is there anything anywhere that could be in a way identifiable as a control panel?
Ew. Not awesome. 13.
To answer Lenora's question, or your question, I don't believe so. I don't think there's enough, Lenora doesn't know enough about technology to really be able
that
to
was
do
my
that.
other thing is
The hubs of technology that you are identifying, right, are the connections on the wall that are in each of the rooms, the private rooms, and the ones that you identified as really is able to read your cred stick and then otherwise doesn't have connectivity to the data sphere, and leave a voice memo. That was the other thing. And then the computers, which you now know are named computers thanks to Cheeto. So yeah, there's the computers, and those are the only technological hubs that you're really aware of. Gerran, what did you roll?
Awesome. 13.
13. Okay. So the first thing you do probably is it's already kind of partially bent from the slimes squeezing through it, and so you're able to just pry it out. You know what? Even you find a screwdriver in the storage room. You're great, and you manage to fit it into the thing, and you just start unscrewing the screws, and you're able to
It takes far too long too.
and you're able to rip it open. You're able to kind of use the safe as a step stool to kind of climb up and stick your head in there to try to look. It'll be you'll have to crawl through it, a la Bruce Willis Die Hard style.
I've been waiting for this reenactment my entire life.
I have that in my notes, Bruce Willis Die Hard style. But without going in, without pulling yourself into this duct, basically, you kind of look to the left and you look to the right with what you can, with where your head's sticking in there, and you're not able to see where it leads. You would have to go in and explore.
And because seeing Fitz on the map, I assume he followed me. So you see kind of Gerran pop up and in, and you just hear from the duct, as it reverberates, echoing. What do you think? Left or right? Seems I have a 50-50 here.
Fitz will just kind of ask from the room, is he asking me? Are you asking me?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right is all right.
Okay. Just in case things get a little weird, you hear kind of rustling and elbows sort of hitting duct metal.
I really should have done this before I got in here.
And he ties rope around his waist and then snakes it down.
I will say,
having to roll up and around.
You probably need to shovel yourself back out to be able to do that properly, and then you're able to go back in. So you'll do that, and you leave
it's less awkward then.
trail behind you.
I'll tie my rope to your rope. just to be safe.
All right. Be back in a bit. And he'll hop back in and take the right.
Okay. So you start wiggle crawl, and you watch this, Fitz, and you're a bigger dude. The content warning, trigger warning to claustrophobia, things like that. Like, this is not going to be easy for you. For any medium creature, and you are technically a medium creature, you will be doing the action squeeze through. Basically, you're going to be moving half your speed. But you, Fitz, have that added anxiety of, like, you can get stuck. Like, you're a little bit worried about that. And that's just the kind of your thoughts as you watch Gerran squeeze through here. So Gerran, you begin a slow crawl.
But I'm real good at squeezing because it's an acrobatics thingy.
You are. And I will ask, as you begin to explore this duct system, what are Pinto and Lenora doing?
I was gonna say, if he's exploring the right, I'm either gonna back him up or go to the left. And I am a small creature.
Yep, and it's a lot easier for you to crawl. Okay, so perfect. So you're gonna join and follow after. What about Lenora?
Okay, well, tie a rope to yourself and then hand it to me, please.
Oh, sure.
I'm
Here you go.
taking you both for walks.
Considering who these characters are, ancestry-wise, this is problematic.
Just Lenny, I need to see Lenny. If you're out there, I need to see the of this, please.
Oh my god!
Could you maybe like those kid backpack leashes?
Yeah, yours is a little strawberry with googly eyes on it.
Goodness gracious! Sorry. Yes, Bella.
Lenora walks over and says, "Why is everybody disappearing into the wall?"
Fitz will just shrug and kind of shake the ropes a little bit.
That wasn't an answer.
I think they're exploring. But I don't know because I can't fit. Fitz can't fit.
I'm going to stay out here. And Cheeto and I will hold down the fort. And if anybody she yells into the thing, just yell if you need help. I won't go in there, but I'll know that you're unsafe.
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
Holding down the fort. Do you want to build a fort, Mother?
No, Cheeto, my brilliant boy, but thank you for asking.
Of course.
I really need you guys to start building a fort now.
It's Fitz on holding Gerran and Pinto on a leash, and in the background is just Lenora and Cheeto playing in a fort. It's
like
it is
Lincoln
the perfect.
Logs.
It is the perfect example of meanwhile at the Legion of Doom.
Yes. I love it. Okay, so you're leading the way, Gerran. So you head right, and you start clunking and crawling your way, and the echoing of metal anytime your star knife hits clanks does sort of reverberate oddly throughout the bunker, and you're able from the outside, Fitz and Lenora at least, to vaguely triangulate where Gerran is. And so you watch as Gerran sort of heads to the right. You're basically going across the office as of right now, as you head towards the right. And then there is a really kind of awkward point where it turns upwards and then continues to the right, almost like a weird S curve, but to the right. As you do go that way, and it doesn't look like it's splitting too often, you do see some smaller offshoots that you see kind of go down. You're not going to fit into that, but those are just sort of air circulation passages and things like that. But there seems to be only one main larger duct that you're able to follow, and you follow, and you continue through. Eventually his sounds fade, Fitz and Lenora, from the kitchen area, as he seems to be crossing over that way. And then you go straight for a little bit, And as you're continuing here, let's jump to Pinto. As Pinto, you make a left. As you make a left, you crawl a ways a little bit, and quickly you turn left again. And then there is suddenly a downward facing one. It kind of turns downwards, and again you have little offshoots for smaller things that even if you send TA through, like, confirms they're just little air passages that meet at the grates that are around different areas. But this one turns
I'm
down.
attempting to make like a little map, like a little crude subway map sort of diagram.
As you, it's also very dark in here. You have dark vision, or
I have low light vision.
Low light vision. So it does get to a point where you're not really able to see anything. So you do feel in front of you that it goes down. You're not sure how far down. You try to reach your little hand down. You need, there's no bottom that you can reach. Do you go down?
Do I have anything? I don't have light. As I said, we don't need that.
Go down the slide. It'll be fun.
Jump.
Shoots and ladders.
Oh, wait. I actually think I picked up gear. I think I've got a depth gauge. A depth gauge.
That's
you
tiny.
gave me free reign to pick up whatever equipment before this thing started. This simple tool consists of a small iron weight attached to a thin rope that is marked at regular intervals, typically every foot. It can be used to measure the depth of a hole or a body of water by dropping the weight down into unknown depths and counting the markings on the rope.
Actually,
it can also be used as a plumb bob, whatever that is.
Go ahead and make me a acrobatics check to try to wiggle this. Actually, no, you're small. Never mind. You are a little bit easier for you to grab your stuff. Okay, that's fine. You grab it.
Everyone has a plumb bob in their home.
And just like that, we know Fitzy made the right call with a 50-50.
And you drop it down. Slowly, and you drop it, and you drop it. Now, I will say, it is pitch dark in here. You cannot read the markings. However, you're able to feel, how long it goes down. And it goes down, I will say, at least somewhere between 10 to 15 feet.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Can I try to? I'm being held on. I'm attached by this rope.
Yes, it's
I'm gonna
not.
try
There's
to
not
shout.
tension.
There's not a lot
rope.
of slack.
Yeah. Well, there is plenty of slack. It's not that you're not being held necessarily.
I'm gonna try to scream out, Fitzy, can you hear me?
You'll hear what?
Right, it's faint, but yes, if you yell.
Okay,
and Gerran, you also hear it.
I'm gonna try to rappel down this little shaft. Okay, please hold tight.
Do you know what climbers say before they start to climb?
Mm-mm.
Belay.
They say on belay.
And then you say belay on.
That's right.
Yep. All right.
Fitz will just kind of like yank at the rope a little bit, like twice, like a little toot toot.
All right.
Unbelievable! This is so cool. As he starts to
Descend.
rappel down.
Okay.
Gerran sighs.
Gerran. Actually, no, you're small, fine. Okay, no strength check required. You're able to kind of hold on to this.
I'm happy to roll one.
No, it's all good. But Gerran, you continue onwards. And this is happening. Your guys are pausing on the other end and like communicating and holding on. And it is so faint, the echoing of Pinto's voice, that you realize how far you've kind of gone in their direction. You feel like you've gone you get to this point where you're like in your mental map to where it is. So you're like, I would be past the sleeping quarters, I think. So where exactly am I? And as you're questioning this, you crawl through and you reach slightly like kind of dips down into a larger opening, and there is a like reinforced door, mechanical, at the end of this, like almost like a mechanic's entrance to this.
Is there like a latch or like a
there's
anything?
like this thing that you have to like pull and rotate out and up and over to latch it. It's like a little difficult from
because I'm like on my stomach. Right now.
You're trying to like get it out. Yeah.
Okay.
So just go ahead and make me you trying to open it? I should ask. Sorry.
So a question before opening it is it like this door, as it were, is it like see-through, like, or is it like solid
metal?
Okay. He's gonna like wrap a knuckle on it and just like make some noise and just see if there's anything that reacts.
Clink, clink. Like echoes a little bit in your area, and you don't hear anything respond or move or shuffle on the other side.
Cool. Then I will try to unlatch, I suppose.
Okay. I think it might take you a second. I won't fully. I'll let you though get it open. You yank it open and push it.
Yeah, if need be, I will like roll like with it and reverse grip and
It takes you a second, and it is an awkward position where you're like half on your side back as it like finally like clicks open. You're like yes, and you push it and it swings open.
Death roll.
As it swings open,
get it roll.
You see immediately below you a couple of rungs of a ladder, in which you can, if you can wiggle out of, descend, and then you also do you have low light vision?
I do.
In the dim light, you see a far larger circular, I don't want to say cavern, but opening, with sloped walls. So the rungs that you can potentially come down are sloped, and this whole thing looks to be like a large cylindrical circle tunnel almost, that opens up into, which is where we'll pause as we head back to Pinto. As Pinto, you slowly descend, and it's scary at first, but you gain some confidence as you figure out, how to move, dangled by a rope. And as you descend, holding onto the walls and kind of pressing yourself as much as you can to not drop suddenly, you eventually wiggle your way down, and you're blindly with your foot kind of like trying to like keep, like your little toe beans just stretching to try to like, where is the floor, when finally you feel something wet. As Waffles, can you roll me electrical damage as you descend into electrified waters?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
8.
All right, you're gonna go ahead and take 8 points.
First damage I've taken, guys, and that's about half.
However, so in this moment, your precious little toe beans dip into these electrified waters as you feel the electricity zap through your entire body, your fur kind of standing on end, as you have the second to pull your foot up. What are you doing?
I climbed the fuck back up.
Okay. All right. Is there, Waffles, is there any like, word's not paralysis, but like, is there any like
stun effect or anything? Like, not really. I mean, like flavor wise, sure.
There's a static effect. All of my fur is like
you're a puffball, and like trying to grab back onto the rope to climb up for like the first 3 or 4 seconds might be a little hard to like tell your fingers what to do.
I think TA sees this, is gonna climb up faster than you, and is gonna try to like run, and it kind of asks you for permission. It's like, should I tell pull Yes. You're not coming through. Nope. Push to talk. We love it.
Oh no, he gone. So I see TA kind of like start sprinting at me, and it freaks me out because like spiders are creepy.
Yes.
So I think instinctively Fitz will kind of just like fumble and like step to the side for a second and then instinctively just start tugging that left rope.
You watch like at the end like TA is standing on the rope like miming like with its little leggies to like pull. And though in that moment of shock there's this moment where you, Pinto, like you've started climbing up and like you drop down an inch and you're like, oh, your stomach kind of rises up, and eventually you're able to be pulled back with Fitz's help through.
How about now?
You're good.
Ugh.
And so you start coming back the way you've come, Pinto, as you're being pulled through, and it's a lot faster. But Gerran, you've opened this door. What are you doing?
So there's does the ladder go all the way down, or is it one of those like it's just a little partial and then I have to hop down?
Partial and you hop down.
Okay. Do I see anything? Because you mentioned being cylindrical. Is it like, what's the floor look like?
So the floor comes, so the bottom of it is almost to us above table like a sewer system. There is that little ledge on you see it's on both sides of this, but before it drops into this cylindrical like bottom, from your angle you cannot tell if there is any like liquid or anything at the bottom of the thing, but you do at the very least know it's not full to the top. It's not like, you know, if you would see it if there was water up to the ledge of where the sides
Sure.
are.
Yeah. And do I hear anything?
Actually quite easily echoing just gently in this very echoey space. You hear the smallest trickle of water.
Okay. I'm gonna take out a small piece of like actually let me just see one thing. Okay. I have a piece of chalk and I drop it onto the ground.
And you hear it clink clink and echo throughout. It cracks in half as you do.
No sploosh.
No
No.
sploosh. Nope. None of that.
Okay. I descend.
So at this point, you have traveled quite far. And Fitz, you will have noticed that you tied your rope to Gerran's rope first, and you are basically at the end of the two ropes combined.
Is Pinto back? Has Pinto returned from the treads?
Yeah.
I poked my head out. I've got like one whisker smoldering.
I'm just gonna start tying his rope to Gerran's rope.
Okay.
Can I try to follow the rope to Gerran?
Yeah. So are you going? But you're going ropeless because there is a rope. That's fine. So you'll follow after.
I'm
Gerran.
holding on to that rope as I travel.
But
along.
you kind of reach the end of your rope, Gerran.
End of my rope.
As you try to like exit, if you're trying to move past the door.
Yeah. Okay. And like, is it like when I go to descend and like that's when it pulls taut?
Yeah.
Or okay. He takes it off and ties it to the ladder.
Okay. Perfect.
And then hops down.
Which mathematically would let you know, I think y'all are both smart enough to know this, that you're about 100 feet away.
Yep.
And
that was what my math said in my brain.
So you're descending,
Yeah.
and you land on the little almost like a sidewalk of space here. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna make an anecdote. Let's cuddle my foot paws. I'm good. I'm a much happier person.
In the largest, going from the tight quarters that you were in just now to this rather expansive pipe, is what you kind of are seeing as you step out of here. This large pipe. There is a faint, dim light that is that's like kind of in this space, in contrast to the darkness that you were. It seems to grow a little brighter as you look to the right, and darker as you look to your left. As you look below in this dim light, you see the bottom of this pipe have a few inches of a stream of water that seems to be running through it.
Okay. And what's the source of light?
It's hard to see from here. You would have to start walking down the pipe to see.
Gotcha. But nothing else in this particular immediate vicinity?
Correct.
Okay. We'll just kind of do a quick scan of the room. So is it like the water rushing? Is like a broken pipe, or like what's the area around the pipe?
In a massive pipe. Like you're in this entire space.
Right. Oh,
so
I got you.
You've come out of a latch to the side of this pipe.
Got it. Okay, sorry.
And now entered a large pipe that at the bottom has a couple inches of water.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's not like it's going anywhere. It's just
you see the water, and you do see that it's. So you've entered a cross section. So let's say, I don't want to get the directions concrete here, but let's say you're facing east, and then this pipe runs north to south. So if this pipe runs north to south, the water seems to be flowing southward. Okay.
In that case, what I'd like to figure out is the walls and see if they're still wet, i.e. like has water been this area for long? Has it is it dry, or is it wet still and thus it'll be slick? And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to, in classic skateboard 101, no. Skateboard 101 is I'm going to run up and up it as much as I can.
Okay.
And try to hit it as much
from from this little ledge that you have that's come out from where this latch has come out. So you kind of walk off of it and start trying to run up the side of it. It is damp and slick.
So I just kind of slide.
And you come to a rest. You're able to walk. It is not it's not such a steep curve that you're able to sort of slide down to the bottom of this pipe, but walk alongside the water without being in the water. You don't have to touch the water.
Got it. Okay. Cool. That's interesting. And he'll double back to the ladder and hop up and head back towards Friendship.
And as you head back about a third of the way through, you head
Friendship finds you.
Into Pinto.
Oh, hey Pinto.
What did you find down there?
First of all, what happened to you?
A little electricity. Nothing to be concerned about. What'd you find?
Weirdly, a pipe, and that has a small amount of water in it, but sort of at the bottom. And
really?
And a light that sort of is, because it's, correct me if I'm wrong, sir. I could have continued down the pipe if I wanted to.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can continue down this pipe to the north or to the south.
Right. And then 2 ways to go, north or south. And the light was going both ways, right?
The light was coming from the south.
Okay.
It was darker
Light coming from
in
the
the
south.
north.
Darker. That's right. You did say that earlier. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Share that. And what's most interesting actually, is that I ran up the side of the tunnel and it was slick still, as if the water had recently receded.
Oh.
So
this is some part of an operational water system.
I will say it is not. I just don't want to. You can come to that conclusion, but why don't you make me a survival check, maybe, let's say, and that's gonna be just Gerran who's there.
Thank you for that. That's a 16.
Okay.
Nope. Yep, 16. Sorry.
16. So you either the water has recently receded, or the moisture from constant running water has sort of just the humidity of this place has slickened the walls as well.
So it's Florida. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, your brain says humidity, or is it dripping like water ran through here at the last day? Like probably not the last day for sure.
Right. Yeah. So we'll share all that. But yeah, that's interesting.
Well, why don't we keep going?
Do we want to get the others?
You want to get the guys?
Sure. Can Fitz fit though?
I think it'll be a little tough, but we'll help them through.
I mean, it was tough even for me, and I'm pretty good at this stuff. But okay.
You think he
if
will? Maybe it'd be smart to have somebody behind and in front so that you can like push him along and help him where he needs to. But yes, you think that with some effort he will fit.
I have a funny GM question for potential fan art.
Winnie
How
the
much
Pooh?
butter does Fitz have on him?
Oh, butter.
I was thinking about it already.
I think he'd have a fair amount of either like schmaltz or some form of.
You're in the kitchen. Is there some
Let's take-
futuristic
let's take
Crisco
some
somewhere?
Some
Or?
oils.
It's
Yeah,
time to
for
take
sure.
Fitz's shirt off and butter him up.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna need to lose
yes.
Is there a can of spray Space Pam or something?
Yep.
Cisco.
For this fan art, there absolutely is. Just this like shirtless, muscular Fitz. Let's go.
Give him the Adam Driver treatment.
Yes.
I thought we were going to get a Winnie the Pooh shot.
It can be both.
Why not both?
Pooh belly, driver titties. Let's go.
With Pinto being able to come back and relay, I will ask, is everybody on so Fitz and Lenora good to make your way through this tunnel?
So we already know what's on the other side?
You know that it opens up into this large pipe, and that's sort of where they want everybody to gather before they continue exploring.
Okay, then from the sound of it, I would prefer not to have to turn around and come back, so let's really make sure we've done all we want to, because I don't think I'm going to squeeze past the same door more than once.
Is our intention to get into that electrified room though? Because I want to.
No, not the Oh.
You
Because
have
there's
not,
stuff in there.
but you have not found a way in which you're able to access any of that currently. So is this thought of, are you staying in here or finding your way out, and then saying I can come back, or saying I'm camping here until I'm ready to leave? Like it's conversation.
I mean, Fitzy, if anything, it'll be easier to go out the second time. You'll have kind of loosened up the channels a little bit.
You flatter me.
Plus,
And I also think Gibbles is smart enough to know that like electrified water is electrified water, so it's likely that that's about how much damage you would take from the other electrified water because it's probably connected in some way.
Okay.
I would definitely have relayed to all of you, like even though I like brushed it off. That like
Well, so Lenora and Fitz, Pinto, you're in the pipes as Gerran waits on the other side. So in this moment, Fitz and Lenora, you have a moment to like talk in character and determine if you're ready to go.
How are you feeling, big man?
I'm not looking forward to the tight squeeze, but it would be nice to feel the sunlight again, or just a breeze. How are you feeling? Is your pillow fort done?
Yes, and it's magnificent. I am loath to leave it. I want to get out of here, but the stuff in that room looks really cool.
On the plus side, I think it's been here untouched for like 364 years, so something tells me we'll be able to maybe come back if we make it back here again. And then you can have first dibs on any of the stuff that's in there.
Cheeto, do you need anything before we leave here? What do you need to survive outside of this chamber?
Oh. Keeping me charged will be sufficient.
Charged.
So you have secured 3 external battery packs, chargeable battery packs, and you have charged him up for this day. You've charged a charge is enough to last a day for Cheeto. So you have today, and then you have 3 more to ration out.
He's better than
And
a
for
Game
ease of
Gear.
math, for ease of math, we're going a day equals a long rest unless very purposely are like staying up throughout the night.
Yep.
So she's gonna have to essentially watch this toy die.
Or you would shutting it off periodically to save energy, or does that screw with like?
You could.
Does that make this too crunchy?
We could try. We can definitely turn
It is
off to
Pathfinder.
save battery. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what y'all want to do, I'll track it. Like no joke.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna take. Is there like a? She's gonna take the sheets from one of the bed.
Okay.
One of the beds, and she's gonna make like a wrap to carry Cheeto like a baby on her chest.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Perfect.
just a little
Like a
baby
Like an
wrap.
infant.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay.
And she's gonna say, well, looks like we're heading out.
Okay. And Fitz will stuff as much of his shit as he can into his backpack and take out some like linseed oil or something you'd polish the like tang of your blade with, and he'll start lubing up to slide into 364 years of filtered grime and bullshit that is surely just going to be picked up on his body now.
Yup. All right. And with that, go ahead, Fitz, make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, you mean my
Guidance.
my acrobatics of +1? Let's go.
This is what you get for being a big character.
That's 11.
11. Okay. It is slow going. Lenora, you're behind. It does take by the end of it, the 2 of you are rubbed in this dirt for sure, in the soot and such.
She is regretting going in after him because now she also has to deal with his lubrication against, rubbing
your
against
knees
her.
and elbows.
Well, I
and
needed someone to push, so thanks for making me feel more self-conscious.
Well, I could have gone in the other way and just pulled. So
She's just loudly sighing. Every crawl
Nora
he
picking up the
makes.
secondhand lube.
What's the sound from where Gerran is? Like, I really need to
There's
know.
grunts. There's sighs. There's ow, no, don't, out. Yep, like it's like a bunch of that.
Do you need to? Never mind.
Mild squelching.
Yep, mild squelching.
A question for the
Yes, please.
GMs really fast. Since I've been chilling here, knowing that the power goes out every 10 minutes. Does the light in here go out?
It's a wonderful question. So as they are making their way, you stand at the you're standing in this pipe. And at first you watch the water slowly trickle forward. And then it strikes you that you haven't had that metronome that you've had this entire time of 10 minutes, minute. And eventually you kind of look towards the light, and there's something inside, there's something that's been so stressed that eases for you as you realize it's not turning off. In fact, there's the quality of light that is really only known to you as sunlight, and you realize that there's sunlight at the end of this tunnel.
Oh my, yeah, the anxiety immediately just subsides, and suddenly, and then as that anxiety goes away,
like you hear the creaking of metal, you're like, oh, that's not good. But eventually, Pinto, then Fitz, and then Lenora, you all are able to settle on your feet at the bottom of this large pipe.
As he greets his companions, so I have some good news. Kind of points to the light source. I realized while I was waiting that light source hasn't gone off. And that's because it's the sun. So the question is, do we want to leave? Or do we want to go into the darkness?
Well, I should have checked my backpack before I started exploring, because I actually do have a lamp. Believe it or not. Crazy thing to forget. I know.
Lantern.
Yep, I have a jellyfish lamp.
I think
yes.
Lenora has a flashlight, but I don't think she knows
True.
how to use it.
Fair.
Right next to her gun!
I've got a sconce for my shield to put a lantern on.
That's really cool.
I mean, I got a
Little
torch.
things.
It's fine.
So you all kind of gather. Are you heading north or south?
Well, what can we, using our combined light devices, what can we see
Northwards.
coming from the dark? You said the north is dark?
North is dark, yes. So you turn on your lamp and you kind of take a couple steps in that direction. You're not going fully north, but you're kind of headed that way. And as this space lights up, you're able to see a little bit ways down is a large grate that sort of stops any progress northwards. In addition, though, both kind of coming through some of these large, iron, metal grate, there is on the other side of it a complete cave-in. Boulders, rocks, closing that direction off from where you can go. But you see, trickling through the stones is that little bit of water that seems to be flowing southwards in this pipe. And actually, yeah, let's make up one perception check. Everybody make me a perception check. With your newfound light. Newfound, sorry, okay.
Natural 20. 25.
Nice.
Natural 25, alright, love it.
22.
22.
15.
That sunlight, man. That sunlight is what did it. That's what gifted me this nat 20.
Hold, please.
Cuss.
It's an 18. 14 plus
Nice.
4.
So those of you 20 and under, basically, like dirty 20 and under, you don't see any way to the north. Like, it's very clear to you. Everybody sees this. Everybody sees it. There's no way northwards. However much time and like the changes to the earth beneath your feet over these times has just sealed it off. But the water trickling through, Gerran, you're the only one to notice that the water, none of you have stepped in it yet. No, you are kind of all like, it's a little funky, but it's on the curve of it. You're not in the water. The water has this sort of almost turquoise tone to it, and the slight little occasional glimmer that you're not sure, is it the light that Pinto's moving it, but with your natural 20 you see that there's just the water has a sparkle every once in a while and has a turquoise color, a blue-green to it.
Pinto?
I got a 22 with that perception.
Only the natural, only the critical success notices
Gotcha.
that.
Pinto, are you familiar with water sources, like in their colors at all?
I mean, I did a little irrigation work for my dad a little while ago. So I know a little something about groundwater. Why? What do you see?
If you look at the water, it sort of glows a bit. Like there's a color in my eyes, actually.
Yeah, so it does. When I shine my lantern on it, is it illuminate more? Do I get a better view of it?
No, you're just able to like see when Gerran points it out. Like you don't know if it's glowing, if it's like a sparkle, if there's just some mineral in the water. There's just.
Does that color go all the way back down into the tunnel?
It does. Yeah, it seems to be like that's the color, like because the water's coming through the cracks and it's just going southward.
Can you see if it's magical at all?
Can I make an Arcana check? I can't detect magic, but we know someone who can.
Magic.
Lenora says that exactly like that from behind both of you, like you whirl around.
I think he kind of looks at you like with a bit of like could you please? That would be, thank you.
Sure. Lenora, could you come on over here? I'm assuming my perception roll covers everything I could know about this liquid.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the water flows through this entire pipe, so you don't even have to go in any one direction. Like wherever you lean to, Lenora, you ping your detect magic, and you focus in on the water. It does not seem to be magical, no.
Have we come into contact with it? We know it's not electric?
You have not touched it yet, no.
Well, one more touch of some electric water and I'm done for.
Okay. I'm going to
Fitz will like shuffle a glass bottle out of his backpack that he found from there. That was probably like a soda or a liquor bottle. and offer it to Gerran, who's sort of padding around himself looking for something.
Indeed. Well, Fitz, you always have something to help me with.
Always here to help.
And he'll carefully, just in case, like he'll sort of touch the glass bottle into the water.
Yeah, not conducting anything to your hand, and then all right, and you can take a sample of that water, no problem. Yeah.
Swish it around real quick. Does it feel any more less viscous than water? Does it feel heavier than water?
Shake it.
It reacts like water reacts.
Okay.
What does it smell like?
It smells like
con save.
Have you ever been in like watery caverns? Like I'm thinking of one really awesome spot in Israel that I don't think everyone
definitely
can relate to, so I don't know how to link. So it's like this there's a smell that enclosed water has that in this humid area, but it has gone through rock and it has gone through a lot of like those minerals, so it's very mineral rich, and yeah, I would say that's what it smells like.
Okay. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, unsure as to what it is that you're seeing in this water. There's really only one other direction left to explore. And as you all head southwards and follow the barely gently curving pipe, you eventually are greeted with a blindingly bright light of sunlight as you step forth to the end of this pipe, and you find yourselves, as your eyes adjust to the brightness, you feel fresh air. As you started even reaching to the end of this tunnel, you, Gerran, you breathe in that fresh air. Wind blows across your faces as you find yourself on the precipice of a large drop. As you are emerged as this pipe sort of exits into nothing on the side of a mountain. But as you look down, you are greeted with what can only be described as a gorgeous, lush valley. The trees of the jungle that you are familiar with coming to this dip that meets the side of the mountain. The water following this pipe drips off in the lightest waterfall as it hits down into a small lake. And takes a second. But as you look down at the water below, you see some small movement. And you see the familiar face and body of the Tyrannosaurus Rex that you ran from, far, far below you, walking slowly to the water's edge and dipping its head and drinking cool water. As this is where we're going to take our break. You made it out, y'all.
What
Good
I'm
job.
gonna do?
Nice.
Out of the frying pan into another frying pan.
Lenora's gonna throw that dick at it.
It is okay. It's far below you. We'll get to this, all the good stuff, as we get back from break. So, thank y'all for hanging out with us so far. Refresh your drinks, stretch, take care of yourselves, and we'll be right back.
Recurring T-Rexes.
Bye.
Why? And we're back. Welcome back. Every time I come back, I'm always like, did the buttons work? Like the whole point, I have like a stream deck for the whole reason of like, I don't have to switch tabs all the time and go to, but I don't trust it. So every time I'm like, but did it work? But it did. We're good. All right. So, we find ourselves at the edge of a mountain, with a valley below, the sun. With now able to kind of see outside, you see that it, you're mostly, I mean, based on the day and everything, mostly okay. Like your internal clocks, you were only in there for like about a day and a half and without the sun. So you slept roughly around the same time and everything, but with the time you spent this morning and everything, I would say that it is afternoon, which is probably why the sun is so bright. as you kind of face the southward direction. So it is probably around 1 in the afternoon, 12 to 1 in the afternoon at this point, as you see the valley below. It is about 150 feet down of a climb. The rock face of the mountain next to you, where this pipe kind of juts out of before coming to an abrupt end, is not smooth. Like it's jagged in different spots, and it would be scary to climb down without anything, but potentially doable if you're skilled in your athletics. But you all have ropes, as well as anything else in your packs that you're able to use and make it hopefully a little bit safer, but we'll definitely have to do some checks. But kind of as you're scoping all of this out and looking around you, even in the time of the conversations that you have about how you could potentially descend from this location, with one of you or multiple keeping an eye out on the T-Rex below, it does eventually, it seems to be, there's a sort of like triangulation that you're trying to do now that you are out in the sun again, out in the outside. You don't know exactly where you are, is the issue. But you know where the T-Rex was, from where you kind of ran into the crevasse, and you know where it is right now, and so you have to hope that, and then northeast, southwest, you're definitely on the side of the mountain of Roga. Like, you're definitely southwards facing mountain. That's good. That means you're not somewhere completely different. Eventually, though, the T-Rex finishes drinking its water, so it'll stop, and you see it disappear into the trees. You don't seem to have eyes on it anymore.
It is so much less threatening when it looks like a lizard.
Nature's funny like that, isn't it?
Is that what that is?
It's a big one with way too many teeth. I'm happy to do the honors if folks don't want to.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm not so terrible of a climber myself.
If you wouldn't mind, Fitzy, could I jump on?
Absolutely.
Because I am a terrible climber.
And we'll take our currently 150 feet of rope.
Yep. I'm assuming that you didn't leave any in the bunker. I'm assuming you took it all with you.
No, absolutely, 100%. And he'll just carefully, just so we don't lose it by accident or it slips out of our fingers, and then that would be hilarious. Just sort of slowly snake it down, and then sort of let it begin to let go of his, and then sort of all the way down to the ground.
Yeah. How are you securing it? Because you're in a big round pipe.
I didn't think that far ahead. Stop it.
Does Lenora have more rope?
Lenora does have more rope.
Okay. With your ropes combined, Captain Planet, with your ropes combined, you think you'll be able to reach as far back as one of the rungs of the ladder?
I was just about to suggest that. Yeah.
That'll work. All right. So but you're securing this, okay? Which means that you'll be leaving this rope behind, so to speak, unless you cut some of it down. You can maybe reach 10 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's what Gerran would do.
All right.
Can TA untie a rope?
And then free dive?
I mean,
you're just a tiny spider screaming.
See, you would just kind of float down.
Right, yeah, he's a spider.
Or you could just crawl down the side of the rock face.
Oh, there's that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True.
Darn
it.
Or
spider do.
we
climber. independent.
She should be able to climb because he's an itsy bitsy spider. So up the water spout shouldn't be a huge problem for him.
And it does have manual dexterity. It can use up to 2 of its limbs as if they were hands to manipulate actions.
Okay. I think it'll be.
Which would be untying.
Let's leave that. Let's leave that bad boy up there to watch us go.
If you don't want to way back up here, ever, as well. Don't forget.
Oh, you're saying leave it up here like an access point to get back inside.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm saying if you take it,
Interesting.
it's a free climbing up if you ever want to get back up.
We can always get more rope, but what if we need more rope?
I think if anybody asked Gerran, he would be like, well, we know the entrance, so what's the point? But up to y'all.
Which
The entrance is blocked.
Yeah, you weren't able to.
The other.
Which
the
was
other.
caved in from the terrace.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, you would have left that way.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. But also,
we also know where this entrance is now too.
Correct. I'm not saying anything. You tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't want mean randos to get in our cool space.
We also might not be able to get into that cool space.
That's our cool secret lair that no one else knows about.
Yeah, we'll come back when Pinto learns to fly.
Yeah. Oh, there's still so much to find out about that place. Yeah.
It's not going anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Well,
We might need the rope, though.
Pinto seems to believe that it magically just appeared into the mountain face, so who's to say it won't go somewhere?
Yeah. Oh, who's to know that we're not going to see another one of these things and when the next mountain we, crawl into?
Do you think they're in every mountain?
I don't know. Possibly.
We should check.
I would argue at least more than one, right?
I mean that
as so far it's been there 100% of the time.
And he's like, I bet they have more of those comics.
He's like, I'm a collect 'em all. Wait till I introduce Pokemon cards. No kidding. Don't copyright strike.
Oh no! Yeah, right. Nintendo's like, I heard you.
I meant
Pal guys.
The PAL thing.
They're gonna avoid that. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So you just tell me. So are you leaving the rope in place or not?
I say we cut half of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so just
So
halfway down.
TA will cut
TA
at
could
the
untie it.
75 or the 125.
Okay.
Hang on.
Sure.
Does your spider make silk?
No.
Not that much.
Not technically, no.
Because he could just
His
float
bundle
himself
is-
back
only
down.
take
The
it-
issue is not TA
she
coming back
could-
down.
No, TA is going to be safe. He'll get him back down. It's just how much rope do we want to take with us?
Well, no, because first of all, what are TA's pronouns?
Oh, him.
Okay, great. If you leave him at the top where the rope is, and then he cuts down the rope from the very top, then he can just make a little spider silk with his butt and float himself down. And we'll get all of the rope.
He'll descend,
He
no
can just
problem.
climb down. Yeah. I think the question right now that everyone's discussing is whether or not you wish to leave the rope dangling so that you can climb back up.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted by my dog who is farting so much.
No.
It smells really bad and I'm worried about him.
Aw.
I think that's a good plan. We leave ourselves a little bit of rope in case we want to get back up there.
And I
But
will
not
say,
enough that it isn't a challenge.
from chat, Gerran, you have a hero point.
Thank you, Stark.
So you all are discussing this, but TA can make the decision at the very last moment if you so wish, if you're not quite able to determine.
Gerran doesn't mind either way. He's gonna go down the rope.
Okay, you're gonna lead the way. Then can you kindly make me an athletics check?
Might need to use this hero point right now.
Yes.
Nope, I don't think
use it
so.
right now.
No, 21.
21.
Nice.
Easy enough with the aid of the rope and the footholds and the handholds that you find along the way. You feel you know how to like loop it around in a way that like it could like belay you but also move with you, so you're kind of like adjusting the rope as you go to safety and climbing down. It's a ways down, so are y'all waiting for Gerran to make it all the way before the next person goes, or is the next person going now?
Lenora is definitely waiting because that's a lot of weight. Like if all 4 of us go at the same time.
Sure.
Put on the rope.
Okay. So Gerran makes his way, and your feet finally touch the soil and the leaf and the ground beneath you.
It's like walking into a spa.
Yes, as you finally settle on the floor of this little valley that you find yourself in. Who's next?
He almost like collapses to his knees. He has to like stay himself.
Would you like to go next? I feel like I should bring up the rear considering last time.
Yes, I will descend.
If I may, before you do.
If he's still covered in
Yep.
grease, he's gonna
You're
grease
not,
up the
because
rope.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I was about to.
Good, important call out before that
Yeah,
check.
and the funny thing is, right before we ended, I was gonna cast Prestidigitation on myself to make myself soiled, so you guys feel less conscious.
Just do the
about
opposite of a cleaning. That's so cute.
Now we're all covered in more oil together.
But you prestidigitate a majority of the dirt off before Lenora, you're next. So why don't you go ahead and make me an athletics check?
Famously not my best one. Sorry, one second.
Oh, you're okay.
That is a 17.
That's pretty good.
17. You make your way down, and there is this moment where you're like, you feel the residue of the dirt and the stuff kind of catch beneath your fingertips that make you, as you kind of grip onto like one edge, like you lose your grip for a second and your heart stops for a moment, but then you're like, no, I got this, I'm fine. And you, using the rope, manage to descend after Gerran, and once more you also land on solid earth and ground. Fitz, are you going last with Pinto on your shoulders?
Yeah, Fitz is gonna wrap some cloth. Okay, dog. Fitz is gonna wrap some cloth around his organic arm, just around the palm of his hand, as he attempts to make his way down.
Can I squeeze myself into your apron pocket?
Get in that front pocket, buddy.
Kangaroo style.
Perfect.
Fitz, and in the time we've been in the bunker, Fitz will have kind of just sewed and hemmed and riveted like little leg stubs for you, so you can fully be in like a baby Bjorn style.
Awesome.
If you so choose.
God.
For sure.
The visual. Take me seriously. Is this like casting spells from a little kangaroo pouch?
And that's gonna be a 23.
Ooh,
hey now.
Easy. So you make your way down. The rope easily assisting you. But also like the handholds along the way, you're able to find secure footing and handholds the entire way. You're not concerned as you make your way down safely. And so the verdict was, you're leaving the rope, or does TA climb up and untie?
TA is like taking like 100 feet of the 150 feet.
Okay, understood. So
and
basically,
like, and unnotching it at that 100 point.
Yeah, so it kind of climbs down the rope after you, and then at that marker, once you are all safely on the ground, begins to untie it, and then we'll need to make their way onto rock, and kind of drops a little bit onto rock, and then climbs the rest of the way down. So
or they make like a cool like silk little
parachute?
like paraglider
Yeah,
and kind of just ride it down.
As all of you.
Question.
Yes.
As I'm waiting, I'm kind of scanning up the wall face to see if I have, with climbing down and my knowledge of the area, would I be able to, if I wanted to climb back up and grab a hold of the rope?
You think so? You took 100 feet of it, so you would have to climb.
Yes,
So
what I
you
mean.
climb first a ways, which is like going to be a
That's exactly what I mean.
check. And
Yep,
then
that's exactly what I mean.
Then utilize it, yes, but it would be a check with a higher DC because part of the way you're climbing unassisted without a rope.
Yeah, and just say out loud, if we did want to come back, I could certainly try and climb up and then hop on our existing rope situation.
Perfect.
Or I could throw Pinto.
And hope
I
he
know.
catches it.
50 is a lot.
So, as you all are back on this ground, Fitz, as you finally kind of reach the ground and touch down with your feet, you have the branch with the bud, correct?
It is in the breast pocket beside Pinto.
Yeah, so Pinto, you have a front row seat as you kind of all come down out of this space, and as you're just kind of gathering yourselves, re-rolling up the rope, the flower bud that has bloomed fully the petals begin to separate and flutter off of the branch. And as they do, they almost like float into the air for a second before they coalesce together and form out of petals a small bird that kind of flaps its wings for a second, looks around, then you watch as it looks at each and every one of you and flaps its wings, soars up, and flies to the south.
Have you ever seen anything like that, Gerran?
Not like that, no. Don't we need that?
How the fuck did that stick become a bird?
And you are left with the branch without the petals, without the flower.
We need that, right?
I would assume so.
Well, we better get a move on.
Yeah,
And
you think we should follow it?
Take off. Yeah.
To the south.
All right. So you're trying to follow after it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all set out on foot. To make pace, you kind of rush forward trying to keep eyesight on it, but as you enter the forest, as you enter the jungle, that gets distinctly harder. Everybody make me perception checks.
Yeah. I'll take to the tree tops as much as I can if need be.
That's a 21.
Nice. 15 for me.
16 for me.
Yes. 8? You didn't come.
Yeah, you said 8, but we didn't hear you.
Yeah, we still can't hear you, Bogie.
Just click on a different application and then press push to talk. Some applications just don't.
No, not right now.
That's okay. All right. So. No, I heard something, but not. No. That's okay. You can type as needed until we get that fixed. No worries. And we'll dual text support in chat. No worries at all. So I'm gonna say that was a 0-8, correct? You can give me a thumbs up. Was that an 8? 10. Nice. I went back.
10.
All right, so 10. Love it. Hey, technical difficulties happen. That's a-okay. It's really no worries.
How about now?
Oh,
Anything?
yes.
Hey,
Yep,
welcome
you're
back.
back. That sexy voice is back.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're okay. Okay, so who had the highest? 21 was Lenora, correct? Perfect.
Definitely.
20.
You are kind of rushing through the brush, which makes noise, which is impossible to keep pace with this bird. But you're keeping eyes on it, and you're trying to kind of duck through and get between the trees where you can see it flying through, and you're so focused on it that the sound of a loud
Oh,
sorry,
piss.
the moment of the music is too good.
That is so crazy.
Well timed. Well done.
Got the horn.
You hear, like, I'll be honest, everybody hears this. But it shocks you first, Lenora, from where you are, as there is a loud bang that echoes through the jungle, followed by a thud as something falls, something large, something huge falls to the ground. A ways off in the distance to your left.
I'm not stoked about it.
But the bird is moving. And unless so in this immediacy, is anybody stopping?
Nope.
Okay. Gerran,
I think
continues.
he'll go so far as to say, "Don't get distracted."
Fitz will just be like wiping off sweat.
Yeah.
Lenora makes sure that that Cheeto is tucked securely before they continue on.
Yes, and so you continue onwards, and minutes later, it is with your 21 that you are the first to hear the rustling coming in front of you, beside you, behind you, as you hear all of a sudden a voice from your right call out, "Halt!" And
Says who?
Gerran, you're in the trees.
Yeah, I'm looking down to see if I can identify the source of that call out and if I recognize it.
You look below you as surrounding the three on the ground steps out from behind trees and kind of behind in the midst of this jungle. 1, 2, 3, 4 heavily armored individuals. And then you feel the weight of the branch you're on shift as you look beside you, and a tall, cloaked figure seems to be standing balanced on the edge of this limb, smiles at you, and says, "Climb down and join your friends." Ooh.
Or what?
That's not my call. And she'll whistle down below. And one of the armored individuals lifts. So this is a unique sight, these armored individuals, because they're armored in strange ways. Each of them have heavy armor, mixes of what you're familiar with, leather, as well as metal, and pieces now that you've come fresh from a bunker full of technology. You notice a few other things. Strapped to their belts, 2 seem to have these devices on their belts that leave a shimmer in front of them. Multiple have tucked in their belts and in their hands devices very similar to the one Lenora found that is in her backpack.
More penises?
More penises, I was gonna say it.
Are these a bunch of predators?
And as the one steps forward and takes off their helmet, you see below a human, blonde hair, swept back, 6 foot tall, muscular, charming, if you like that sort of thing. And he
we do
says,
need to know if our NPCs are hot.
"Hello. Friends, I hope I do not wish to alarm you, but we ask first that you please all collect yourselves and put your packs on the ground and identify yourselves."
Are we being robbed?
Not at all. Not at all, unless, of course, you have any... What's the fucking word that I'm just blanking on? Contraband.
Nice. No, just a man in my front pocket, and
Hi.
Lennora's shield that was covering sweet Pinto.
Hello.
Lenora notices the devices that they're holding, similar to hers, and says, "I don't think I have any contraband, just kind of exactly what you guys have."
2 of the other individuals seem to look at each other and then look at what seems to be like the leading figure, who gives them a nod, and they step forward to begin to, unless you do anything, carefully basically grab your packs to look through.
And she goes, hey, watch the child.
One of them sort of like does, like, you say hey, and like it stops, and the other like elbows him, and he's like, right, and slowly kind of grabs through and starts looking through the packs. Gerran, you are reminded not so nicely by the woman that seems to be standing on this branch with you.
I think we're both good up here, actually.
She stares at you for a second. Make me a
You can look through my pack if you want.
Dex saving throw. Reflex saving throw, sorry.
That's a natural 1. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Oh, you're using hero point.
Not amazing. 17. But if that's a failure, let me know, because I can do something. Actually, I guess I can't because of a hero point. But anyway.
So
Okay,
is that okay? I'll resolve this real quick.
Yeah.
So in a flash of movement that's quicker than you even like realized, you find yourself suddenly with like a foot that has swept out you from under you.
Yeah.
As you find yourself beginning to fall backwards out of this tree. And then a hand catches you by the forearm.
Okay.
As you have this very strange angle of this hooded figure before you, you're able to see slightly upwards. And the first thing you see is her neck, which has in the center of it a small tattoo with a light that seems to be blinking from underneath her skin.
Oh. And she has me in her. She got me by the forearm.
Yes.
She like flipped me off and then grabbed me.
She knocked you off balance, but didn't let you fall, and you're kind of like angled with like one foot on the branch still.
That's a neat trick. Can you teach me?
Get down. We'll talk.
I'll get down.
And okay, so you make your way down. She follows after you slowly. She waits, and then you just see her kind of jump from limb to limb as she comes down. And she actually sits kind of crouched on the bottom branch. She doesn't come all the way down with you. as she sits sort of cloaked. And you know what? Make me one more perception check as you climb your way down.
Yeah, because he actually does, because noticing that she doesn't, I guess you said she, right? Is that right? That she doesn't come down, he does look up at her. Like, just like, oh, you're not coming with me? Like, that's an 18.
An 18. Okay, perfect. Let me pull something up real quick. If it wants to. I can't spell. You notice one other thing. Beneath the cloak that she wears, she seems to be wearing like tight-fitted leather armor. But something about her cloak catches your eye as it sort of settles in around her, and you see these sort of like faint hexagons appear over the cloth, and the bottom of it seems to take on like a similar, almost like gradiated into the texture of the bark and the wood around her, and there's something very special about her cloak. Which you catch as you finally reach the ground. A shorter one of the armored figures steps up behind you and says, "Pack on the ground."
And forgive me for asking, but who exactly are you to be ordering us around in the wilderness?
The leader of this troop so far, takes a hand to his chest and goes, "Of course, I am so very sorry." But you do watch that his eyes are tracking that everybody seems to still be following the orders, and there is this like casualness and nonchalance to him and this charisma about him, but you do see like very aware and attuned eyes throughout this entire process as he goes, "My name is Eirik, and I am the warden captain of this troop. We are, of course, the wardens." And you see, actually, as you kind of look about, that all of them have the same sort of crest and sigil on their armor in one place or another. And the sigil is basically a shield with some lines running through it, with wings coming out from either side of the shield, and a small diamond above it. So this is my very crappy sketch that you can see here of vaguely what it looks like.
And forgive me for the ignorance, as it seems I was raised under a rock, but I'm wondering what perhaps the wardens are.
Can I ask if I know anything about that? Is there like a territorial thing?
Society check.
Terrible. For a 5.
You do have another hero.
You do have another
Don't do
hero
it.
I do. You know what? It's the end of the night. I'm gonna use it. Oh, much better. 16. But
All right, 16. He looks at you for a second. You're unfamiliar with the wardens?
Yes. He'll look at Pinto and Lenora and, try to, I guess, communicate non-verbally to see if there's any recognition in their eyes.
Well,
so with a 16, I assume?
I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, okay. Go.
He kind of turns around to his compatriots and goes, "What are our tenets?" And immediately they all chant like in unison, "Duty and safety." And he smiles and he goes, "We are the shields of the future."
Fitz will just whisper to Pinto, "He said duty."
No, I heard it. Shield of the future?
Shields of the future.
You protect the future? You're from the future?
No. We serve the dragon, and in doing so, we ensure that dangerous technology is not gotten into the wrong hands.
Great. The dragon is a nom de plume, or like a literal dragon?
What's a nom de plume?
The dragon is our...
Look, you are very handsome, so I'm not going to be too aggressive to you. But I would like to know, because I see you all are seem to be equipped with. Look, don't worry about it too much. But we found some stuff. Can you just? I'm so sorry. Can you just tell me what that is, how it works, what you're holding? I sniffed it. I licked it. I've never seen one in my life.
It's at this point that kind of beginning to go through your bags. One of the smaller humans, the one that actually stopped when you said be careful of the baby, basically pulls the gun out from your pack. And
yes, exactly that. I found it.
Captain? And he holds it up, and the captain, like Eric, looks. You found this where?
Let me guess. Contraband?
Pinto points up behind you.
Inside the mountain.
Yeah, right up there.
Interesting. What other pieces have you found in this?
Fitz will just look at Gerran in a moment of desperation to kind of just be like, why the fuck are we just telling these rando fucks?
Exactly. What the fuck?
I'm not gonna reveal it. She looks at them. She says, "We found many things: cans of food, water."
Can I? It's not sense motive. Is it perception? I just wanna.
Yes.
What do I pick up on their expressions?
Absolutely. So you go ahead and make me a perception check. Gerran, this entire time you are racking your brain. The wardens. This is not familiar. It is not familiar to you. Something is like, it's bothering you that you're continuing to think about it, but there's nothing that you can find in your memory right now that you don't know what these guys are.
Is it?
Can I make a diplomacy?
Yes, absolutely.
It's not huge, but I feel like.
First.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with perception.
I rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay.
25.
Womp.
Yeah, there's not much beyond the immediate confusion of there's plenty of curiosity that you're getting from all these questions. That's basically beyond that you're not seeing much. Fitz, what did you roll?
A 25.
25 perception. Your sensing motive.
Yeah.
I rolled a 9 for perception.
For diplomacy.
No, I rolled a perception 9 and then just now a diplomacy 19.
19 diplomacy. Okay. What are you trying to convey with your diplomacy? Like that you're harmless, or like your genuine curiosity?
That we are harmless. We are tired. Let's talk this out, because she knows she doesn't want to reveal too much, but she's just like, what are we going to do? Like, what at this point?
Right. Yep. Perfect.
What have we got going on? This is the only people that we've seen outside of a fucking T-Rex or a mountain bunker filled with slime and electrified water. At this point, she just wants to go somewhere safe for the baby.
And then Fitz, you had a 25. There is a trained cohesiveness to this troop. They are in clear communication. They have a clear structure and hierarchy. They're taking orders from the captain. They seem to be working very cohesively. But beyond that, as you sort of tune in on the captain, let's say, Eirik, he is, with your 25, he's tense. He's not relaxed by any means. You see him, his arms carefully placed within reach of his guns. But there is a curiosity and he's not looking at you like prey or anything like that. He is, as long as the diplomacy is continuing, he is more than happy to continue that track, is what you're kind of able to pick up with your 25.
I want to be clear that at least Lenora doesn't realize that she is being intimidated with a weapon because she has no idea what the gun is. So she's just seeing people. Right. She's like, they don't have a bow, they don't have an axe.
Right.
Yeah, they are big.
They're not pointing a dagger or a spear.
Eric is like 6 foot tall, like he's and muscular. Like they are intimidating people with their armor, but yeah, that makes perfect sense.
She's not super intimidated by a strong human on account of she's diabolic.
Your baby did explain to all of us that what you have is a weapon, so I think we would all assume they're carrying weapons.
Carrying weapons.
I forgot that happened.
No way.
Still penises. But picking up on Fissy's look, I appreciate that you have a level of positive energy and that we have allowed you to go through our packs. I think you need to do a little more forthcoming information-wise on whatever this means. And also, who follows a dragon without a name? The dragon? That doesn't make any sense either.
Okay, so in this moment, the things that they have pulled out of your packs are the blaster. That's in one pile. The flashlight is in another pile. The comic books are in the pile with the flashlight. The cred stick is in the pile with the blaster. The spell gem is in the pile with the blaster. And they let you keep the can of peaches, Fitz. They don't even pull that out of the pack.
Get fucked.
So these are in two piles, and you note though that they did spread like a piece of like a cloak or something down on the ground. They're not throwing this on the forest floor. They are like put these in two neat piles. And we'll say this. So the one around you, because robed woman is on a branch. The one that approached you, Gerran, with a more gruff, obnoxious voice to him, or attitude to him, seems to be a dwarf, with a full like ginger beard and dirty blonde hair, tied in a ponytail. The two that are, there's three that are sort of in front of Fitz, Pinto and Bell, I'm reading the zoo names, and Lenora. One is a half-orc with like braided hair and shaved sides, seems with some tattoos. Next to her is a full orc, has shaggy hair cropped at the ears. And then the one that seemed to hesitate when you mentioned the baby, and like the one that seems to be like perhaps a little bit more green-eared amongst this crew, is a human that with just short cropped brown hair, rather non-binary in appearance. That at this point they've all kind of like, if they had helmets, they've raised them and such. And yeah, that's just to give you a little bit of a scope. So then you said you need to tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, a little more forthcoming. Yeah.
The one in front of you kind of snorts, says, "We don't have to tell you anything."
And yet, you want to know information from us. You want to know where we got this stuff.
Eric reaches a hand.
Not for nothing, you did call us friends, right?
Yeah, he goes, "Derek, calm. These are indeed friends, I hope, of ours." And Derek kind of like grumbles. Seems to be a little bit. Toku, what have they found? What have they acquired here? And Toku very, very earnestly kind of calls out the stuff. Is the one blaster, flashlight, spell gem, technological magic on the spell gem, some comic books. And they seem like a little bit actually interested in that, and they try to like, I mean, and a cred stick, sir. Then like belatedly salutes.
Why is a picture book a bad thing?
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just not.
Is contraband a good thing?
No. So this is in the I don't know pile. I realizes they've talked like way too much, and steps back
you know?
and they kind of just like look up at the half orc
What is happening here?
Looks next to them, and she steps up. Well, not necessarily contraband. We need to be aware of where this all originated from so we can catalog it properly, as per the handbook.
Great. When you're done cataloging, can I have it back? Because it wasn't so easy to get that stuff, and I would like to have it back.
Eric stands...
And I love a good handbook. Can I sneak a peek of that?
For the order only. The wardens.
But you have to have your handbook on you at all times, probably.
You see her hand go to like her pack on her side.
So it's right there then? That's where it is?
Well, Eric kind of like clears his throat. Well, all right. I understand the apprehension and I appreciate your cooperation thus far. Per the handbook, non-wardens are not allowed to wield contraband unless under special jurisdictions. The comic books are fine. You can return the comic books, Toku. It's that they can keep those. You can return the pile. The blaster is dangerous and must be confiscated.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Eric was your name?
Eric, yes. E-I-R-I-K.
Okay. I appreciate you have a handbook. I do myself like rules. We found these, and so actually it's finders keepers. So I will have that back.
That's
Thank
in
you
a
so
lot.
much.
That's in our handbook.
It sounded really cool.
I think in response to that, you see the dwarf like whip out this probably like 2-foot black stick with like a little electricity on the end of it. But he just stands there.
Okay, all right, everyone, let's just relax.
We made
Eric,
him angry.
What exactly do you see as the outcome of this? Where are you going to take us somewhere? Can we speak to the dragon? Because we really don't mean anyone any harm, but we've got some things to do ourselves.
Lenora's like, listen, are you guys the good guys or the bad guys? Because you called us your friends and that seemed really cool and chill, but you're coming out of here like the police of the woods, which I'm certain does not exist, and deciding that you can just take things because you've decided that our things are contraband? So you understand why I'm a little bit peeved off right now.
Of course. No, let's all take a deep breath and settle down. I'm sure we can identify this amicably. Let us tell you a little bit about why we are here. We identified some form of contamination in the waters here.
Yeah, the blue stuff.
They all look at you. The blue stuff.
Are you? It's blue.
Gerran
It's
just
blue
shakes
water.
his head.
It's blue. The water's blue. What is just? I'm so tired. Just somebody tell me what's happening. What's going on? I've got my child here that I need to take care of. He's only got 3 days worth of batteries. Okay, I've been inside of him. I've been inside of him.
He'll elbow her in the
Lenora,
fucking
shut
stomach.
up.
He gently elbows her in the stomach and says, if you want to keep your fucking child, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, Gerran literally tells her to shut up.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you guys try to interrupt her before she says the word batteries. Waffles, I need some checks for this.
Yeah, let's give a perception on both Fitz and Gerran. And this is going to be against Lenora's
ability to shut up.
Let's call it diplomacy DC. So it's going to be your diplomacy bonus, which I think is 2 plus 10. So the DC is 12 that y'all got to beat to make to see where this is going.
15.
I have a 15. Yeah.
17.
17. Okay.
So yeah, y'all both see where it's going.
Yeah, you see exactly where this is going, and as she goes back, you both like just straight up elbow her.
I throw up. I just throw up.
Oh, okay.
Ow! What is? And okay, so that what I was about to say happens does not happen. So
real quick, just to add some sauce to that, we're not giving any more information until our friends start to be a lot more forthcoming, because they look a lot like bandits right now.
Of course. The Wardens are a lawful order, I assure you. We are here as impartial arbiters of the safety of our world, as is the Dragon's order. So, we simply
Who's the dragon?
wish to... The dragon is the head of the Wardens.
Is it like a guy or like a big fucking lizard? What's happening here?
He's a dragon, as you would expect. He is the dragon.
I would never expect a dragon.
It's not anything. Why would anybody expect that? That's entirely unexpected.
It's an absolutely ludicrous thing to expect, honestly.
Well, regardless, the dragon is deeply concerned with the safety of humanity and our world. After the occurrences, after the my words are not coming to me, after the calamity that occurred due to the dangerous technology that humanity had its hands on, the dragon is here to ensure that never happens again.
Quick question. I heard them say lawful order. I have a legal lore. Can I use that in some way?
Yeah,
Can I use
you
my
are getting
+6 legal lore?
You're gonna, not yet, but what you're identifying is very much, they talk about a handbook, they talk about their order, they talk about, they're very like, they have very clear hierarchy. There's the captain, and then there's everybody else, and so you're spending this time dialing into their frequency in that regard. With your legal lore, I'll say it's not relevant yet, but you're able to sort of like realize, okay, they care a lot about the rules of their handbook.
Do you moonlight as like a paralegal or something?
Dude, I don't know. It came with the fucking territory. Legal lore and underworld.
Lenora's in the
devil's deal in law.
Let me ask you this: what does this dragon do with all of these items after you finish confiscating them from total strangers?
They are secured away, as pending their level of threat, and of course,
in like a hoard.
So you're telling me if we follow you, you have more cool stuff?
I am saying that if you wish to be a part of something greater for the betterment of humanity, then perhaps you could be interested in learning further about the Wardens. However, no, the dragon is wise and impartial and is not keeping these together as a horde. He is doing so to save the world.
And what makes you think a dragon cares about humanity?
Talk to him and you'll understand. But that is not near here or on topic, for I'm trying to explain to you what we're here for. We got contamination warnings of the water nearby and investigated, and we identified that there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex that seems to be impacted by this contamination. Thank you. So we have put it down.
Can you describe that? Was that the sound we heard just now, earlier?
Indeed.
I see.
And in that moment, I will say all of you realize the scope of what you're talking about here, because there's 4 of you, there's 5 of them if you count the hooded figure, which as you glance up you realize is no longer there. And as
they took down the T-Rex.
They took down the T-Rex. Yes.
And we had not a chance in hell. Yeah, it changes the scope of things for Gerran significantly.
Mm-hmm. But you tell me that you have identified this source of contamination?
I didn't say that. I just said the water was blue. What do you...
Yeah, how was what did you say, Tyrannosaurus Rex? How was it affected by the contamination?
Maybe it made its wings fall off. That was a dragon.
I was like, that's a deep cut.
No, it was not a dragon. It seemed to enrage the beast.
I see. You wouldn't have happened to have found a boar carcass anywhere nearby, would you?
No, we have not.
Okay. Because we were attacked by this boar that was then eaten by what I assume is this T-Rex we're talking about.
That would make sense. But I've been upfront about why we have arrived in this particular area. If you would be kind enough to tell me more about this space that you found these devices in.
No. Where did you come from?
Let's call it the Northeast.
I think the problem
just
is...
in general, northeast of what? Are you guys... What is...
I think
He
we're
opens his
just
handbook.
maybe having a very difficult time wrapping our heads around the fact that you have authority over a region that seems to answer to no authority.
I agree, because this would have been a lot easier for you and us, really, if you'd simply asked questions before making us open our packs and then tripping. Oh, you're not even here.
And I think at that point, the dwarf just kind of speaks up one more time in a pretty angry voice and is like, "We're following the handbook. You should listen."
We can't listen if we don't know what the hell the handbook is or why it's important to us.
You can't you can't just say, "Hey, follow these laws, man." You won't even let us read them. That's cool.
We don't even know if we agree with them.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit? Why don't you try to, I don't know, give us a pitch? Why should we follow you? Why should we follow this dragon fella?
I think it's important for you to know that you're not good at this.
Yeah, perception.
Perception
Sorry,
check?
what check?
Perception.
Perception.
23.
13.
It's a gentleman's 20.
Nice. A dirty
I
20.
think- Fitz and Lenora, you both see the dwarf who's clearly angry and outspoken at this point, just kind of like shrug his shoulders and look back at Eric in a terms of like an almost like "I told you so," but that's all you really see.
Eric lets out a sigh and just goes, "Listen, you're right. Technically, you don't have to listen. But I'd much prefer to avoid bloodshed."
Maybe you try to give us a reason before going right to the bloodshed.
But I have.
Give us a reason to listen. No, you told us about a handbook that we don't even know existed, about an organization that we didn't even know existed before that. And then on top of that, there's a dragon. You've used words, not actions.
He unbuckles something on his side and he pulls out a small book, and he will toss it forward to you, Lenora, because you're the closest.
Lenora was so close to deciding to just try and steal the handbook. That was the next thing I was saying. I was like, how can I make this a stealth check instead of a thievery check?
So you grab the handbook, and you're able to start flipping through it. With your legal lore, go ahead and roll me a legal lore check to like see how fast you can absorb this information.
Is it just a regular D20 with my modifier?
Correct, and the DC is lower because it's a lore.
It's a 22.
22. Okay, there's a moment where you're just like start flipping through this handbook. It talks about, the Warden's Handbook. Indeed, it says Shields of the Future. Duty and safety is their motto. The majority of it, and it is legalese. Like, it is absolutely written in Article 1, 1A, 1B, et cetera, et cetera. Skimming through this, you don't get the sense that this is an inherently evil, moral code here. It seems to be duty and safety above all else. And their decree of that is confiscate any contraband for the cause, because it is safer in their hands than out in public, out into everybody. They view themselves, obviously this is pitched to themselves here as impartial arbiters and enforcers of order. They see technology as a means to strengthen their individual resolve of the Order's members, they can use it. A lot of clauses on that, but they're allowed to use technology in order to enforce the securing of more technology.
It's a fight fire with fire type thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does seem to be, though, that the common warden, from everything you're picking up, joins out of a sense of duty to the dragon and a wish to be a part of something greater for the betterment of humanity. Yeah.
Eirik, if I may, you clearly have us at an advantage, and you could see that we're not a threat. Now, from our perspective, we're looking for a little bit of a lifeline, a little bit of actual trust. So what if we willingly, voluntarily submit? Let's go talk to this dragon together with the stipulation that we get to hold on to our things. You said it yourself, we don't even know how to use them. And we will promise to go with you and hear out whatever it is the dragon has to say. And I turn to the rest of you. It doesn't look like we're going to be allowed to leave. Right? Let's...
Eric kind of looks at you for a second. Make me a diplomacy check.
Do I get advantage for my big puppy dog eyes that go
Nope.
minion style? All right.
But I'll give you a +2 to the roll.
Diplomacy?
Yep.
All right, +2, so I got a +4 already. I got a 2. I'm going to use a hero point, which I have not done yet.
All right. I like it.
Come on, baby.
Natural one.
A 19 + 6, 25.
He kind of lets out a sigh. I know that I do appreciate the willingness to avoid bloodshed as well on your part. I recognize that it is against the handbook for you to have free reign on the contraband even while in travel. However,
I'd argue it's not in free reign. You clearly have us at a...
The issue is
We're
that
under
we are
supervision.
currently on a mission out here. The dragon is very far north from here. Weeks of travel north of here. I wonder... You all seem... There's a pause. And jumping down from a different branch, the cloaked figure steps forth. and some time has passed now. I'll say like y'all could have like some like one of the larger orc fellow has like taken a seat on a log, like like it's half tension released here, not fully. So you can be sitting down, whatever you all choose. But at this point, she comes back. She steps forth and pulls her hooded cloak off of her head, and you see an elf with ombre, like black to silver hair braided into to her side, and like a French braid, long pointed ears, and again just that tattoo on her, like near her voice box, like right in the center of her throat, with a blinking light below it. And she leans forward and whispers something over to Eric, and goes, and they talk for like a second, and then Eric goes, I see. So Delamira here has explained that you've emerged from the pipe above the mountain. Is that correct?
That's from the direction in which we came.
Very well.
That's where the trusting that we don't have comes in.
Of course. Well, two options, then, I offer before you. We could, before we can return to the dragon, we have a mission to fulfill. We will not be returning until that mission is fulfilled. That mission I will share with you all. That mission is to identify the source of the contamination of the waters here. Delamira here has explored the pipe in which I believe you came from. And she says the source of the water seems to be coming from a blocked end from within the mountain. This all lines up with everything you saw. Do you know what lies on the other side of this mountain?
Let's say we might.
Is out of character. Do we? Because we are
where we come from.
No, because
the other side of the mountain is not where you come from. This is past the natural barrier of Roga.
Okay.
Gerran, even you have not traveled to that side of the mountain.
Okay, then rephrase.
No
in
clue.
an effort to in the way of negotiation, the answer is no.
Erosgard. The city of Erosgard lies on the other side of these mountains. Wardens are not welcome in Erosgard.
Why?
Yeah, what'd y'all do?
Did you take their stuff?
Let's
He
just
just smiles.
say...
Oh, did you treat them the way that you just treated us now when you met us for the very first time?
Let us say
Wasn't
the
gonna go that
entire
far.
city goes against our orders. And as such, they do not take kindly to our attempts at righting that wrong.
What would it mean to right that wrong?
Whatever technology that they are using is contaminating these waters, is our theory, and we're looking to get to the bottom of it. We are not welcome there. He slowly
But we
smiles.
might be.
You might
Okay,
be.
so give us our stuff. You're gonna trust us with the whole mission, and you're not gonna trust us with our own backpacks. What kind of? That's the deal. You want us to go? We'll do it. Just give us our stuff.
Glasha, if you will. And Glasha will pull out her own handbook, smile a little, flip some pages, and she goes, Clause 64, I assume? And you can follow along if you want, Lenora, to this, as when Eric
She flips
talks.
over to the page.
Yeah. And she reads out Clause 64. Clause 64A, engagement of contractors. Wardens reserve the right to engage independent contractors parentheses, contractors, on an as-needed basis to perform specific tasks or services that fall within the scope of Warden's operations. Such engagement shall be at the sole discretion of the Warden and may be initiated based on project requirements, workload fluctuations, or other business needs. 64B, qualifications for equipment use. She pauses and glances over the book at you, Lenora. Contractors engaged pursuant to this clause shall be permitted to utilize equipment owned, leased, or otherwise under the jurisdiction of the Wardens, parentheses, Warden's equipment, solely for the purpose of fulfilling their contractual obligations.
Great,
So-
cool. Give us our stuff.
Another thing that you could have led with. I have 2 negotiation points I'd like to bring up, actually. Number 1, kind of looks up to the sky. What does your order know of the sky and beyond it?
We know of the existence of stars beyond the barrier, if that is what you're referring to.
I am. As part of this contract, we will be able to access information about that.
If it is pertinent
Assuming we're
to-
successful,
As a reward, do you wish to say?
I wish to say yes.
I think a successful engagement and identification of the source of this contamination. If you wish to join us on a trip back to the dragon, I'm sure that he will listen to your wants
Query.
and determine if it is worthy of a reward.
Okay. And then secondly, I want that dwarf to teach me what she did to me.
The elf.
Because that was fun. The elf. I thought you said dwarf earlier.
The dwarf is the jerk.
So it's the elf right there.
The dwarf
okay.
is the jerk, and the elf is the woman that
Okay.
tripped you up there.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So then, because she said that we would talk, and now it's time to talk.
Jilamir is our archivist. She's a bit of a lone wolf. If she wishes to, that is within her purview. And she just sort of smiles at you. She looks at you and she's gonna, let's roll. Waffles, can you roll me GM only a perception check for her, and then what are you kind of exuding right now, Gerran? What are you trying to convey? Earnestness?
There initially was frustration, but he's coming to terms with the fact that there is hope of a deal that can be made tied into what him and Pinto really are looking to do. So if there's a way forward, let's do it. So yeah, I'd say earnestness with a hint of come the fuck on.
Yeah, and I think she looks at you and she smiles. I think what you see in her very perceiving eyes is she sees past a little bit of that bluster, a little bit of that frustration, and she sees a need, a desperation of a form, and she smiles and says, I'm sure we'll have time to spar on our journey across the mountains.
Lenora has one more stipulation. She says, I have a stipulation. It says here in clause 64B, contractors engaged pursuant to this clause shall be permitted to utilize equipment owned, leased, or otherwise under the jurisdiction of the wardens solely for the purpose of fulfilling their contractual obligations. I would like us to be able to use the equipment that we own, that you took from us, beyond the fulfillment of the contractual obligations, i.e., we do the job, you let us keep the stuff. Otherwise, we walk.
And it wouldn't hurt if maybe you leased some more warden equipment to us to help us on our journey.
Yes, empty your pockets now.
Well, no, I was
We
just
will
going
see
more
what
for the
equipment
blasters,
looks
but-
best for us to use in
I
that
think
case.
this-
If I can roll intimidation for this, I do have a +6 in intimidation.
Okay. I think Eric, though, at Fitz's comment, does kind of throw his head back and laugh a little bit. Go ahead and make me that intimidation.
That's a fucking natural 20 with a modifier of
go.
+6, so that's a 26,
Let's
motherfuckers. And
Waffles, can you find me the actual name of the thing that you were talking about real quick on my DMs? Thank you.
Yeah, I'll find it.
And then I think he like throws his head back and laughs, and then settles back in, and then looks at you, Lenora. I think we can write up a contract. Basically kind of like acquiescing to the request, but it will be written and signed and in a full proper contract form. But if we are in such agreement, then I suppose I shall draft up the contract.
excellent.
Well, Eirik, I personally never do business with anyone I haven't shared a meal with.
Perfect. Then let us camp for a moment while we draft this up, and then we really should start our journey northward, or northwestward. It will be a long one as we traverse the mountains.
Okay. And Gerran kind of like sneaks a look off to like where the bird went, like long fucking gone.
Oh, we lost that thing.
100%.
I'd like to like kind of hunker down into the pocket, the apron pocket, and cast message to Gerran. Where are we supposed to like go back to Roga and like report back to Mel?
We could, but I think this might be a way to get more information.
There is something that I think hasn't been brought up yet in your characters that you would kind of identify. The original thing, right, was that Mel identified and sensed something wrong with the creature. And so, even though this is the Warden's goal, you realize
It's our goal too.
it could be, if you want, it depends. You could come, like, according to Mel's initial instructions, right, like you identified it and you were just supposed to like scope it out and come back safely and just figure out what it was. You have an opportunity here to go beyond that, and clearly this is whatever contamination that the Wardens have identified. I mean, you don't know for sure, but like you have to feel like there's something related to like whatever Mel found. And so there is overlap, but definitely her quest is not to do what this question is. You know what I mean?
Sure. That's why I pulled the stars card out.
Absolutely. So, I mean, regardless, there seems to be a lot of options of what your future holds in store for you. But without anyone's specific refusal, you will sit down and
sign nothing.
There's a pre-written contract for contractors in which they then will sit down, and I think what's her name, Glasha, will sit down with you, Lenora, and hash out with your legal lore, the addendum to the contract that with your stipulations, which takes a while as she tries to like not go against the handbook, but then you're determined about what you want, and so that those details we will flesh out off screen, and we'll write up whatever we need to write up to kind of confirm
She's a
that.
lawyer.
And maybe this is like from the time you spent with your mothers, like helping them run the shop, or whatever. But this is like, no, contracts I don't fuck around with. And
It's also just what devils do.
that's true. It's something you fall into very, very easily.
The devil is in the details.
Stop it.
And it's in this sort of downtime. Fitz, are you cooking basically for everybody?
Sure, I got a bunch of canned shit.
Okay.
Canned peach for appetizer, canned peach for dinner, canned peach for dessert.
Regardless, the flashlight and the comic books
I make
are
a definitively smaller portion for the angry dwarf because he's a fucking dick.
Love a good penny.
And so like most of the
Maybe
stuff is returned to you. The blaster is not yet returned to you until everything is signed, but a lot of the other simple stuff is returned.
The spell gem?
The spell gem is also not returned yet until the contract is signed. But in the process of you cooking, Fitz, everyone is discussing, everyone is settling down, there is some tension, but you are focused on your craft. Which is why it surprises you when you feel the light touch of a cloak brush your elbow as the elven woman shows up next to you.
May I help you?
She's like staring at you intensely for a moment.
And he'll just be, tossing the skillet.
Are you from here?
I am from vaguely over there. And Fitz will just kind of point towards where Ruga is-ish, but not exactly where it is.
She kind of tilts her head back. So this planet.
I mean, no one's told me otherwise.
Yes, of course. I would just...
What?
Forgive me for assuming I don't see many androids around.
I'm sorry?
Don't mean to interrupt your cooking.
What did you just say?
I said I haven't seen many androids around.
Oh, well, it's only the arm and my eye. I'm not an android.
You don't. She'll glance down at your arm. That's not a part of you.
Well,
I mean,
no,
it
it fell off. Right.
She kind of like clicks her tongue and points to like the lines that run through the rest of your your face and neck. What's your name?
Fitzroy took under.
Where were you born?
Fitz will kind of like look around to see if everybody else is paying attention, and it doesn't really look like they are. I was born in a small village called Roga.
And you remember being a child?
Yes, of course.
Fascinating. She'll start walking off.
What the fuck? Fitz will kind of like set down his pan and kind of just stand there for a second, breathing. Or he thinks he's breathing.
And
yeah.
That is where we're gonna end tonight, I think. I think right there is the perfect time if you're cool with
it
it.
is.